Shalom, y'all. Good morning. How is everybody doing? So, my morning talks with the Most High Yahuwah, and I was reflecting back on something that Sister Amber, just a lady in her sefer, mentioned in her video the other day, and it was pertaining to Isaiah 3:16 through 24. Let me read that for y'all real quick. And moreover, Yahuwah says, because the daughters of Zion are haughty and walk with stretched forth necks and wanton eyes. I probably said that wrong. Don't y'all just walking and mincing as they go and making a tinkling with their feet. Therefore, Yahuwah will smite with a scab the crown of the head of daughters of Zion, and Yahuwah will discover their secret parts. In that day, Yahuwah will take away the bravery of their tinkling ornaments about their feet and their calls and their round turbans like the crescent moon. The chains and the bracelets and the long veils, the bonnets and the ornaments of the legs and the headbands and the tables and the earrings, the rings and nose jewels, the changeable suits of apparel and the cloaks and the veils and the bags, the glasses and the fine linen and the hoods and the veils. And it shall come to pass that instead of sweet smell, there shall be stink, and instead of a belt, a rent, and instead of a well-set hair, baldness, and instead of a wait a minute, stomacher, instead of that, a girding of sackcloth and burning instead of beauty. Your men shall fall by the sword, and your mighty in the war, and her gate shall lament and mourn, and being desolate shall sit upon the ground. I'm gonna talk about Isaiah 4 too, because y'all be using that for the wrong reasons, but not right. So in Isaiah's days, the daughters of Zion, or the women of Jerusalem, were known for their outward adornment and their vanity. Their hearts drifted far from Yahuwah, and they took pride in appearance, jewelry, and status, but ignored holiness, humility, and obedience. Yahuwah, through Isaiah, warned them that this type of vanity and obsession with your look will lead to judgment. The beauty, which was once a blessing, will now be stripped away because they've made it an idol in their lives. Which in verse 24, we see where it says, and it shall come to pass that instead of a sweet smell, and there shall be stink, and instead of a belt rent, and instead of a well-set hair baldness, and instead of that word that I don't know how to pronounce, stomacher, a girding of sackcloth and burning instead of beauty. It wasn't about makeup or clothes alone. It was about the spirit behind it. Pride, arrogance, and dependence on external validation rather than inner righteousness. Again, today we see the same spirit. It operates in social media, beauty standards, and comparison. We see it in the pressure to be that girl, people using filters, the trends, the surgeries, the endless pursuit of perfection. I saw somebody that had surgery on their forehead, and I've never seen anything like that before. That was a new one for me. Anyway, none of those things are sinful by themselves, but when they begin to control us, we step into the same sin that caused the daughters of Zion to fall. Now, Yahuwah is not against beauty. He created it. Is against idolatry. His daughters love the creation more than they love the creator. When your worth becomes tied to hair, your body, lashes, or likes, that's when pride enters. And pride always leads to humbling. Proverbs 16:18, pride goes before destruction, and a haughty ruach before a fall. Baldness in Isaiah 3 symbolizes the removal of one's glory, a stripping away of everything false that we've used to cover ourselves. So when Yahuwah allows our bald seasons, he's not doing that to punish us. He's doing that to purify us. He's putting off the wigs, the filter, the facade, spiritually and literally, to reveal the daughter he designed us to be. It's an invitation to rebuild ourselves from the inside out. 1 Peter 3:3-4, whose adorning, let it not be that outward adorning of plaiting the hair and of wearing of gold or of putting on of apparel, but let it be the hidden man of the heart, and that which is not corruptible, even the ornament of the meek and quiet ruach, which is in the sight of Elohim, of great price. Ask yourself, do you spend more time in the mirror or more time in your word? Are you dressing to glorify Yahuwah or get validation? Have you let your outward appearance become your identity? If so, it's not too late to realign. Yahuwah is calling his daughters back to humility, modesty, and holiness. And not because he's trying to control us, he's trying to restore our glory. Beloved daughter of Zion, your beauty was never meant to compete. It was meant to reflect. When we return our hearts to Yahuwah, he restores what pride tried to take. He gives beauty for ashes, humility for haughtiness, and glory that does not fade. Instead of thy shame, thou shalt have double. And just a quick testimony. There was a time that I couldn't go anywhere without the weave, lashes, and my nails done. I used to think that was confident, but really it was covering. I didn't realize that I had started to find my worth in how I looked instead of how Yahuwah saw me. And I ain't gonna hold you. The lashes was the hardest thing to get rid of. I held on to them like a lifeline, but Yahuwah started to deal with me about that too. He showed me how I was relying on artificial beauty more than I was relying on his beauty within me. But he slowly pulled me out of that mindset. And he actually taught me how to grow my own lashes. Because, baby, they was gone. You see, they there, huh? You see it? Black castor oil, you heard me? Won't he do it? Now I can look in the mirror barefaced and see his glory. He even got me making my own oils and hair products for my own head. But I'm going to be honest. This weight journey, sometimes I think to myself, maybe he won't allow me to lose this because he knew I used to cut up when I was smaller. I was saved and slim back then. But now I do pray that when I lose this weight, please don't allow me to lose my humility. I want to stay surrendered, grateful, and grounded, inside and out. Because the real beauty isn't in bundles or lashes or the waistline. It's in the transformation of the heart. Yeah, blessed.